We all in? I'm all in. Barrett Saleh, are you all in? I thought you would be. Where's Kevin McAlpin? Kevin, are you all in? All in. Okay, awesome. Great to have you guys here this morning. We're all in. We're ready for the College Football Playoff National Championship. Of course, that's going to be played right here, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, on January 8th. And while Monday's football game is the big event, College Football Playoff and the Atlanta Football Host Committee have spent nearly 2 years working side by side to design a full weekend of activities. Concerts with A-list performers. The Georgia World Congress Center is going to be transformed into a 350,000 square foot college football theme park. We're going to celebrate primary and secondary teachers from across the nation. The weekend of January 6th through 8th will be unforgettable. And the best part, you don't need a game ticket or much money to make a lasting memory of when Atlanta hosted its first ever College Football Playoff National Championship. Now about those A-list entertainers, we know everyone wants to hear those names. That's why you're here this morning. But first, let's get an update on how planning is going and how you can make memories without a game ticket. Please welcome to the stage the President of Atlanta Sports Council and Atlanta Football Host Committee Board of Directors, Dan Corso, and the Executive Director of Atlanta Football Host Committee, Carl Atkins. Dan, how's planning going? Is Atlanta ready?
We're ready, right?
We're born ready.
We're ready. Yeah, for sure. We are 54 days away from January 8th, as you mentioned, game day, and with folks like Carl and the folks that we have on our host committee, the partnerships that we have with the members of our board, the partnerships that we have with the city of Atlanta, we're ready. It sets up so well, as we're going to look at in this segment, of just setting up perfectly for the fans, and really will show why Atlanta is built to host these events.
We have a championship campus map. So, Carl, talk to us about the championship campus. Where is it? What can fans expect?
It is the epicenter of all activity. Very tight footprint, downtown, stadium obviously for the game, Playoff Fan Central over in the World Congress Center, Media Day at Phillips, Playoff Playlist Live in Centennial Olympic Park, Taste of the Championship at the Aquarium. All these events, walking distance from the hotels, it sets up like no other city can do.
Okay, you mentioned Playoff Fan Central. Explain to everybody what that means and what that is.
Well, it's more fun than humans should be allowed to have. I stole that from David Letterman. It's a free event, not free, but I've been told that if you have to buy a ticket, then you probably aren't looking in the right places. It is a great event. It's exhibits, it's interactive games, clinics, pep rallies, autograph signing, fun for the whole family.
Well, if you need to buy a ticket, they're only $8, so it's not going to break the bank. And those go on sale today at collegefootballplayoff.com. You can go there for more information. And we have the Taste and the 5K, the Taste of the Championship and the Extra Yard 5K. Both support the College Football Playoff Foundation's Extra Yard for Teachers platform, which is amazing. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later this morning. Tell us about the foundation and what these two events focus on.
So the College Football Playoff Foundation is focused on teachers in grades K through 12. And the host committee has committed over $1 million in support of the efforts for the Extra Yard for Teachers initiatives. All the proceeds from the Taste of the Championship and the 5K will go back to the foundation. And it's really something that's near and dear to my heart, as I've got a daughter teaching first grade, and this is her first year. And so as we learn more about the foundation and their efforts, I'm hearing it from my daughter on the other side, and it really is an inspiring and it's the best possible program to give back to the future. It's the kids, and we want to make sure that everything we can do to support those efforts are there. So
whether you have a daughter teaching or, like me, kids in Atlanta Public Schools, it's fantastic that we are able to raise money and to support them so well. Really behind the Extra Yard platform, and there's even an Extra Yard for Teachers Summit and Teachers Lounge. What will be happening there?
If you can equate it to a TED Talk, it's an opportunity for teachers to come in, be empowered, inspired by other speakers. The Teachers Lounge is designed to spoil them a little, and show them the love and respect that perhaps they don't always get on a daily basis. And it's just a wonderful program, and we expect upwards of 2,000 teachers to attend.
And that one's free.
That one's free?
That one's free.
That's awesome. All right, now to the music. Tell us about AT&T Playoff Playlist Live.
Well, it's the soundtrack to the weekend, and you'll hear who the acts are shortly. But it's going to be an awesome festival in Centennial Olympic Park on Saturday and Sunday night, and then also pregame on Monday during the tailgate party.
Centennial Park, and that event is free, right?
It is free.
So wait till you hear the acts that are going to be coming, and the fact that that's free, I think, is an amazing aspect of this whole weekend. Dan, tell us a little bit more big picture about the impact for this entire weekend for the city of Atlanta.
Well, Atlanta is the epicenter of college football, and it sets up, as you saw on the campus map there, so perfectly for this event. Everything is walkable. It's compact. I think we'll be the first city to host this event where they have that type of setup, to where it is compact and walkable, all surrounding Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But as Carl mentioned, we talked a little bit about the events outside of the game itself. This is more than a game. There's an impact on the community, and that really is kind of a legacy that once the event leaves Atlanta, it has that lasting impact back on the schools and the teachers here. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be another opportunity for us to illustrate why Atlanta is built to host these big championship events.
I read a line earlier, and I love it. It's not just a game that's happening in Atlanta. It's an event that's happening to Atlanta. So that's fantastic. Dan and Carl, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
That being said, it has been a goal of both the College Football Playoff and the host committee to make the national championship game an event that happens to the city of Atlanta, right? Not just a game in the city of Atlanta. With less than 2 months to kickoff, the impact of the city has been great. Let's take a quick look back at some of the things that have happened locally over the past year as we geared up to host this historic event. I'm all in. Are you? On the championship here in Atlanta, and you don't want to miss it. All right, to hear more about what this event means to our community and how this tremendous new stadium is going to set the standard, please welcome the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, Bill Hancock, and the Chief Operating Officer for the City of Atlanta and Atlanta Football Host Committee Board Member, Dan Gordon.
I think we came up the wrong stairs.
Oh, you made it. Yeah, that's one we made. Good to see you. Well, a lot of folks in this room have already been exposed to this fantastic building. A couple college football games took place opening weekend. Of course, all the fantastic events they've already had in here. Tell us a little bit, Bill, if you could, what this building means to the College Football Playoff.
Well, it's a remarkable building, cutting edge, all those terms that all of us would like to use. There's never been a building like this. And it's so well managed. From top to bottom, all the staff is so friendly. It's like you went into their house and they want to show you around. It's just a wonderful place, and congratulations. Thank you.
Dan, were big events like the College Football Playoff at the forefront when this building was being planned?
Absolutely. I first just want to thank you, Bill, for your leadership and for choosing Atlanta. It means so much to us to have this event. We are ready. We are all in with an exclamation point. What I definitely want to let you know is Arthur's vision for this, along with the governor, and certainly I've seen the mayor put his full heart and energy into this building and the community around it, is truly an inclusive vision, and one that not only brings all the community together, but also one that leads to incredible events like this, followed by the Super Bowl, followed by the Final Four events, and then we've got the MLS All-Star League. We are just so excited. Championship game. We are just so excited for all these events. And I think what you're seeing is when you strive for excellence and then you go even beyond and set the finest stadium in the world, people want to come to you. But most importantly, I want to emphasize that the people of Atlanta deserve this building, and we are so proud to be a part of that, and we are grateful to Arthur and so many others that are making this possible today.
So, Bill, we know what role the building is going to play in the national championship. What we don't know is who's going to be here just yet. So last night on ESPN, between games of the basketball doubleheader, we revealed the third college football playoff top 25. Very interesting that there were two from the ACC within the top four. What do you think are the odds that we get multiple teams from the same league or even the same two leagues into the college football playoff?
Well, I'm not going to be able to give you any odds, which you knew when you asked me that question. But I would say, Tom, it was a very good try on your part. One of the beautiful things about the CFP is that there are no strings attached. The committee is instructed to come up with the best four teams, period. And if there are two from one conference, then so be it. Obviously, we haven't had that. Might we have it at some point in the future? You know, who's to say? But I really love the fact that there are no strings attached.
And I want to give you a chance to explain one part of that. You said the best four teams, not necessarily the most deserving four teams, and sometimes I think fans have a hard time understanding the difference.
Yeah, there's no question in our mind. It's been the best four teams from the start, and it will continue to be. Best four teams evaluated on their full season. We call it the whole body of work. And that's important. You have to be at your best for the whole season, from Labor Day till now. And that's what makes college football special.
Dan, do you have any thoughts on what you saw last night from the rankings?
Yeah, and I was up watching it and carefully studying it. You know, first I want to give a big shout out to all of our Georgia athletes. They do such an amazing job. Obviously, I'm partial to UGA and all of our Georgia athletes. I certainly wouldn't underestimate Miami's opportunity here to shine, along with Clemson and Alabama and some of the recent rankings. But I still am rooting for UGA.
Well, let's take a look. That doesn't surprise me, by the way. I may not be the only one in the room who feels that way.
And my alma mater is undefeated, which is Emory, so I can take part.
Those odds are a little bit longer. We've got a community impact video, and we just showed it. And the stats that are associated with the game and the surrounding programs are awfully impressive. The impact that the game and the entire weekend will have on this community. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just so important to note. I was honored to be a speaker at the Peach Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Bowl last night for the 50th anniversary. And again, an example in the country where we're the most charitable community. And Atlanta comes together. And I think there's a special place in our heart for Atlanta's youth. And there's just no question, being a board member, about Atlanta's commitment to setting a seven-figure type example, as Carl spoke about, that we were going to do something together from day one. So I think you'll see health and fitness events, entertainment events, food events and culinary events all coming together to benefit Atlanta's children, and I'm so glad that we could partner with APS and Maria's wonderful team to make a difference there. So I think that is part of Atlanta and what makes us special, that is just not even an afterthought, it's a first thought of how do we make sure the community is benefiting from these types of programs. Yeah,
we'll talk a lot about the Extra Yard for Teachers, and it's a wonderful program, but I think you hit on a key, is the fact that this will impact the youth long after the game is gone from Atlanta. Is that right?
Yeah, and it will continue. We hope it has ripple effects. We certainly want to thank and embrace our teachers that work so hard every day to just really pour their hearts into developing these wonderful children and frankly our future, not only football players, but our future Atlantans that we want to keep here.
And along those lines, Bill, we got a classroom makeover program that 5 APS schools will benefit from. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool, Tom. When we started the playoff, we wanted to have a charitable component, and we settled on K through 12 education. And then we focused on teachers, helping teachers, empowering teachers, honoring teachers all around the country. Our focus, though, is on the city that hosts the championship game. And part of what we're doing is providing classroom makeovers for 5 schools in this area. I believe they'll all be in APS. and they don't know yet who they're going to be. They're going to be very excited for this opportunity. There's nothing more important in our country than education, and particularly K through 12 education. And we're very proud to lend some of the resources from the College Football Playoff to help teachers.
Very cool. We want to show you a little bit more about those makeovers now.
Now I walked in, I was excited. It's like so cool. Look at that. All this stuff in here. Wobbly chairs, a table that you can write on, and a cool board that you can touch with your hand.
I feel speechless. I'm just so excited to see just how happy they are and how they wanted to use the materials immediately. They wanted to interact with the touch screen. They wanted to start writing their sounds. And they wanted to be able to read together and partner read in the library. So everything is just so amazing, and I'm so excited for the learning that's going to happen in here.
The classroom makeover is a very humbling and satisfying experience for school specialty. Teachers are what we are about, so it's our way of giving back to those deserving teachers who have done a phenomenal job.
When I see children who are exposed to an environment like this, I know that this is going to help with our student achievement, and it makes me feel as though what we're doing is going to really make a difference.
You may know Rachel Lindsay from ABC's Bachelorette, but she's also a passionate education advocate, and she'll be serving as a correspondent for the CFP Foundation during this year's national championship game. Rachel is out this morning at Agnes Jones Elementary School, one of the first area schools to receive a classroom makeover. Rachel, what's the scene out there?
Hi, Tom. I'm here standing in a room full of excited first graders who are already taking advantage of the amazing classroom improvements as a part of the Extra Yard for Teachers initiative. And I'm standing here with Mrs. Romo, who was chosen to receive a classroom makeover here at M. Agnes Jones Elementary. Mrs. Romo, congratulations. And if you could tell me, how have the kids responded to their classroom makeover?
The students are so excited for their new classroom. They love the touch screen. They love being able to write on their desks. So this has just been an amazing experience for us, and we're so thrilled.
Absolutely. And if you can tell me, what kind of difference do you believe that this classroom will have in a student's success?
Well, first grade, we want to always lay the foundation for a love of learning, and the students are so excited to come to school. They are telling their families about it, so parent engagement is even increased, and student engagement, so it's just been an amazing experience.
No, I can already tell in my short time here, I can already see the excitement, and I've made a couple of friends here. I've got Perry, and I've got Roman here, and if you could tell me, what's been your favorite part of the classroom makeover?
My favorite part is writing on the table.
I can see that. And what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is everything.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Mrs. Romo. Thank you, Roman and Perry. Thank you, first graders. We are so proud to play a part in putting you on a path to success. Back to you, Tom.
All right, Rachel, thanks. Somehow Rachel found the quietest first grade classroom I've ever seen in my life. What a fantastic, so we know one of the 5 schools, but what a fantastic initiative.
I mean, I think it's just terrific, and every chance I get to see teachers, I just want to thank all the teachers, and that the promise of the future looks bright if we keep doing things like this, so we're really excited, and we're committed to this.
Bill, I kind of thought for a moment there they're going to draw out their top 6, or at least their top 4 on those erasable desks. Well, maybe they'd have 2 SEC teams in and 2 ACC teams in.
If they did not want to draw their top 4, they would be the only ones in America.
That's fantastic. Guys, thanks so much. Bill Hancock and Dan Gordon for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Daly.
That's good. Great to see you.
All right, now's the time we've all been waiting for. We got a chance to announce some musical talent for the AT&T Playoff Playlist Live.
Each year, the entertainment is incredible. In 2018, it'll be epic. Performing live in Atlanta during College Football Playoff National Championship Weekend at AT&T Playoff Playlist Live. Spencer Ludwig. Lizzo. Red Young, Phoebe Rexa, Charlie Puth. Global chart topper, Jason Derulo.
Top 30.
Multi-platinum artist, Darius Rucker. And Grammy Award-winning multi-platinum duo, The Chainsmokers.
To all fans, get to Centennial Park early on show day to grab your spot. Thank you guys so much for participating today. Today's speakers will be available for one-on-one photos on the field. You can also grab a quick photo with the National Championship Trophy, which is positioned out on the field as well. Thank you for being here. Have a great day, everybody.
Clearly I don't see myself upon that list. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this.